Alright, so I'm just gonna clean these things. I've not done this in the longest. I feel like the last time I would have done this is like high school, to be honest, like proper cleaning the mud off of my footwear. But these trainers have served me very well. I think it's been, what, 4 years with these ones actually, so I might need to get some new ones at some point. Shout out to all the runners out there who become attached to their trainers and just don't want to move on to the next one, despite overwhelming evidence that the trainers you've got are being misused. You know, I'm gonna have to shout out some runners. Shout out to Jasper, shout out to Bags, shout out to Bobby, you know, shout out to Armstrong, shout out to John, the Inevitable, because yeah, we hopefully want to be doing half full marathon, a full mise this year. But shout out to Jordan also, who's going to be doing the Great North Run with his mum. So big up to him. Okay, that's that first one done. And also shout out to all the runners out there, the people who are serving the runners, the people who help them in the races. You know, you've got the ambulance staff, you've got the support staff, you've got the nurses on standby, you've got the physios and the trainers who support runners in the build-up to these events. You know, you've got your counsellors, you've got your therapists, you've got these people's families and friends that just support them with getting in the right headspace to run, push their body. You know, running in the UK is a joke sometimes. Running in the UK on these concrete streets does a number on you, okay? Running in the UK, or I should say in my town, in Luton, is quite challenging because of the obstacles on the road. You've got cars on the pavement, you've got e-bikes, you've got e-scooters, you've got, if you're running near school time, you've got buses, you've got school buses, you've got school kids, you know, you've got, to be honest, it's more adults walking around with their heads on their phones, they're not looking where they're going. It is generally an obstacle course. The entire running process in the UK is a QuickTime event, QTE, like what they have in Shenmue, which is where you are basically running against multiple hazards constantly. I know people run in jungles and in jungles? They run in like the woodlands and through those kind of places to basically to be very grounded, because if you're running on an Olympic track or on track and field, it's not very natural, it's not very naturistic or human experience where you're running without any obstacles. So people run through forestry to simulate like running, being more grounded. It's a grounding thing, like you're very present. You have to be present towards the obstacles in those woodlands. I've got to do these now, because if you don't be present, you're going to run into a tree. You're literally going to run into a tree and basically knock yourself out. So anyway, running in Luton or in parts of the UK can actually be like running in the jungle due to the number of hazards that there exist. Take these off, I think. Yeah, due to the number of hazards that are present, like there's so many hazards. I'm doing this all wrong, but whatever. So shout out to everybody that just assists runners, because to be honest, to be a runner you have to be a crazy person. You have to like pain, you have to like struggle, you have to like doing uncomfortable things, because there is nothing comfortable about running whatsoever. Evolutionarily, why did we ever even run? We were trying to be the apex predator. Apex predators only run when there is an opportunity of food or danger. Those are the only two reasons why you should run. So anyone who runs for fitness and sport essentially has to really psychologically tell themselves they must run. We are, at times, I'm not an expert on all things running. I'm just a person that's experienced loads of things and is happy to talk about it. Running when nobody's making you or forcing you to is an act of self-love to yourself, but it's also a love letter to the future to say, I'm running for me, I'm running for my future, I'm running to facilitate chasing down food, or running to facilitate running from danger, and I'm going to stay ready for that. And what I'll do is I will sacrifice my knees and my shins and my joints and my calves and my body to be able to do that. Now, there's loads of physical activities that people reference in regards to struggles and difficulty, and it's each to their own at the end of the day. My brothers, they do martial arts, they do jiu-jitsu, something that I more or less have no interest in. I appreciate it. I've watched fighting and observed fighting my entire life, martial arts and competitions and movies, and as much as I appreciate it, I watch Dragon Ball Z, I see Naruto, One Piece. I watch fighting constantly. I enjoy it. It's entertaining for me. Do I want to do it myself? No. Do I want to punch kick somebody? No. Do I take pleasure when I see someone else receiving that punch? Probably not. Is there an opportunity for me to learn more about fighting and do it myself and then step back respectfully? Yes, absolutely. And is there space for me to somehow fall in love with it even at this late age of 31? Yes. There is every bit the chance that I can fall in love with fighting even now. Like Tekken, Street Fighter, I do love fighting. I just don't fight with this physical body of mine. I reserve that for loving. I reserve that for other things, for being more cerebral. So it's I guess this is a bit of a side track, but yeah, I like running. It does a similar thing that people who fight have spoken about and observed. It comes with similar hazards, similar threats, just not anything that will compromise my luscious looks. So yeah, anyway, let's pause this. Right, I'm going to bring this video to a close because I've finished cleaning my shoes. It's been me, Tamar Lavender Robinson, aka the Business Mar, one of Luke's very own, aka Red Hand. Just needed to clean these trainers and these shoes because I stepped in some mud recently and it's freezing cold. So, yep. Catch you on the next video. Thanks for listening. Thanks for doing this journey with me. Hope you are enjoying the rest of your day. Hope you've seen a small insight into the daily things that we must do to keep doing. Alright? So, fuck a 9 to 5, keep doing more than the rest. Bye bye.